Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind. It's about 9:30 here, so it's still morning. Rise and grind, everybody. Hope everybody's going to have a wonderful day, enjoying your coffee, or just waking up, or you'll see this shortly. Rise and grind, everybody, on this Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. I am going to the gym, yes. Hitting the gym today for a couple hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to hit it hard. Pause. Schedule release last night. Again, apologize, for some of the yelling. It was supposed to be a fun time. Just looking at the schedules, and again, I got to keep the order in there, man. This is not about... not everything is a competition, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, apologize if you couldn't hear. I know my phone was blowing up. People saying everybody's yelling and talking over each other. It was really just supposed to be, hey, this is it. You plan your trips. We weren't getting into all the nastiness, but again, we turned the page. Today's a new day. Dallas schedule's out. It's tough. We knew it was going to be tough, but I got what I wanted. I got starting the season on the road. I like that. I got ending on the road. I like that. You say, why do you say that? Because most of the time, the last game of the year don't mean squat, at least in recent memory. Either we've locked it up or we're out of it. So, put me on the road. Let's have those home games. Now, we only have 8 home games. I didn't say only. Well, the NFL and their stupidity, now it's, you rotate. One year you have 9 home games and 8 road games. Next year you have 8 home games and 9 road games. So, just add the extra game, you greedy Fs. Just add the game. Add the extra game. Make it even. Who the hell likes odd numbers? Stop. It's just annoying. So again, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not even into the extra playoff team. Don't like it. I don't like it. I like the division winner getting a bye. I like getting the top 2 teams in the conference getting a bye. I just don't like it, but whatever. They ain't going nowhere, so that's fine. Make the 18th game 8 home, 8 away, 2 bye weeks. Let's ride, baby. Anyway, just looking at a glance at some of the pros and cons of the schedule, and I'm going to pull it from memory. Obviously, we knew we started off in Philly. We're excited. Week 1, again, I don't know what the issue is with some Eagle fans. We're excited to play the best. So, you should take it as a badge of honor. If we lose, we lose. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. If we win, you ain't going to hear me say Super Bowl. So, it's anybody who's played any sport in their life, okay, this is where I question some of the people who say they know sports. Anybody that's played any real sport in their life knows you have to take each season amongst itself. If you start living on your laurels from the previous year, you're going to fall flat on your face. The league is too competitive, even from the New York Giants or the Carolina Panthers to the Philadelphia Eagles. The gap is not as far as you may think. Okay, especially, I'm not even going to say the I word, but if things happen during the season, and, for one team good and one team bad, it's not much. You could lose any given day. So, just saying, I could guarantee you one thing. That's a fan thing to do, is to look at last year and say how great you were and then how that's going to translate into this year. I could tell you, at one NovaCare way, they're not looking at last year. Howie said it. They're hot now. They want to strike now. But they're not going to say, well, we did it last year, so we're the best. So some years you can't afford to go out contract-wise and what you have coming up the following years to go and make move after move after move, knowing that the contracts are going to start kicking in a lot over the next 4, 5, 6 years. But, so, again, last night was not a time to tell me. You can write in the comments all you want what you think, but don't tell me what we're going to do. It's not cool. I'm not going to tell you. It was about schedule release, baby. Me and Primetime Phils, the Time Brothers, are coming to Las Vegas. Yes, Las Vegas. We will be there the week of, no, I think we're flying out November 14th. We're going out Friday. Stay at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino right next to the stadium. It's going to be a party. I know we got a half dozen people already flying in to hang out with us. Come be a part of the show or the party. It's going to be, if you get there, the game's not until Monday night now. So we can party all the way up, hang out, live stream, do whatever you guys want to do. Content galore up and through the Monday night football game. And then we come home on Tuesday, the 18th. So just email me at gametimebrian@gmail.com. Again, Mike Ward, I don't know that we're going to do what we did last time with the tickets. I will let everybody know what section we're going to be in. We'll play it by ear. I'm not buying anybody's tickets ahead of time and then pay me. That's just too much of a hassle, Mike. But we're not even near that far. We'll let you know, and we'll all go online at the same time. But some of the highlights, let's get to it. Some of the highlights of the schedule. We open up in Philly. We come home against the Giants. That's kind of okay. It's kind of gets old after a while. Maybe we start with the Commanders or at home, or why the Giants every year we got to play them in the first couple games? I don't get it. The only good thing is we end up in New York, right? So if it means something, I'll be at that game. I have an opportunity to go to MetLife twice if I want. The Jets. I might go to the Dallas Jets game. That might be fun. That's at the beginning of the year. So I have a good opportunity. I will not be going to Washington, D.C. this year. Again, they always like to put the Cowboys at the end of the year in Washington. So week 17, Christmas Day, there ain't no way I'm going to Washington and dealing with that weather. Second to the last game of the year. It's a waste. All because of streaming, and they want the ratings to go up. Dallas is getting royally hosed to come across the country. They do it multiple times this year, where they come to New York, go back. Come to Carolina. It's just, again, I'm not complaining, but it's just miles-wise. I haven't analyzed it, but Dallas is going to have some of the most mileage. Now, once we get the bye week, I got my week 10 bye week, right? That's nice. Then we go to the Raiders after the bye. That should be good for us. I don't know that I want, as long as it's not the Eagles, Wade's welcome. But I don't know that I want to go to a game with Wade, with the Eagles. He hasn't won an Eagle game in person in forever. Maybe he needs to go to Mark's house and steal Joe Boo's head, because that might be the issue. Dallas has been in the tank since Joe Boo has been created. There's a bounty on Joe Boo if this keeps up. I'm just telling you. But all the kidding aside, the NFL did screw us because we play home. Again, we play home on Thanksgiving with the Chiefs, and then we don't get that 10-day rest. Remember, we're playing 4 days rest against the Chiefs at home. Then we got to go to Detroit the week after Thanksgiving. Now, Detroit is home for Thanksgiving, and then they're home again the following Thursday. You want to talk about going into a hornet's nest? Tough schedule. And we'll break it down later when I get home. I'll go through each and every game, ad nauseum. Yeah, I'm very, very, excited about this upcoming season. Just on first glance, it looked like the Giants have a rough schedule. The Cop Pizzle, I know I saw his video. He was saying how all these giant content creators are scared, complaining. Listen, we knew the teams. Just a matter about how it was going to fall. Dallas normally gets screwed. And you say, well, why is that? Because Dallas has the max. Dallas has 8 primetime games. They could be flexed in week 17. Is it week 17? No, Dallas is playing in Washington. Dallas basically has 8 prime. They maxed out. They're maxed. So, I got to get with Phil and see about the NFL ticket. I might do my own thing this year because the problem, it's not a big deal, but yeah, because I can't watch my YouTube TV without having my own account, so that's the issue. But so we'll figure it out. But just at first glance, it seems like the NFC East hardest schedule would be the Giants. In my opinion, it would be Dallas number 2, followed by, I don't know, I would say maybe the Eagles, and then the Commanders have the easiest out of the 4. If I had to just initial put it in the comments, who's your easiest? I think that Giants, Dallas, Eagles, and Commandos. And it's funny now, I'm seeing a lot of people around, talking about the Commandos are going to come back to earth. Well, I've been saying it for how long? I've been saying it since a month before the draft. I said they only had 5 picks. They were going to have to find a way to get more draft picks. They still have money under the cap, but again, they're spending money just to spend money. They're not necessarily spending it wisely. They went out and traded for Laramie Tunsil. You know how critical I've been at him. Man, listen, if you're going to be critical on my rookie offensive tackle last year, calling him a bust, he only played 7 college games, then I think Laramie Tunsil's shot. That's how I look at it. That's not fair. There's a reason why they sat down Tyler Guyton. He had 7 college games started at right tackle, was thrown in at left tackle. The plan wasn't to even start him. The plan was to go with Chuma Edoga. But in that whole process of the shit show that was last year, Chuma got hurt instantly, and Asim Richards was banged up, so they started Tyler Guyton. He started off half decent. If you remember correctly, we went into Cleveland week 1 and beat Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns with said Tyler Guyton. Now, what happened? Well, the teams do homework on a rookie. See what his tendencies are. People are making a lot of comments regarding, Tyler Guyton looks skinny. Tyler Guyton is 6'8" almost. Okay? His athleticism is freakish. He's never going to be a massive, massive muscle guy. You don't need your left tackle necessarily to be that way. You need to be athletic and strong. That doesn't mean you have to be muscle bound. I'm going to give the kid a chance, but through the mess last year, Asim Richards got some nice work before getting hurt again and looked very, very well. You remember, Asim Richards was a guy we drafted out of North Carolina, and we had high hopes for him. And this was a few years ago, I think 3 years ago now. And he could play both tackle spots, but he's played left tackle. And I like the player a lot. I think he's a perfect type of guy. Now, we went and drafted guys too. We have options in-house for left tackle. But I think Guyton is going to be fine. It's an if. Sure, it's an if. I think the interior of our offensive line is going to be crazy good. Like, I mean, again, it's going. I don't think anybody with any sort of football acumen would tell you it's not going to be good with Cooper Beebe and the two Tylers. Tyler Booker, the rookie, and Tyler Smith, the All-Pro, okay, who's going to in line for a huge contract. And this is what I want to ask, how am I going to say this? What I want to know from my people that use their mind and not their heart when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, just keep in mind, nobody's saying any Super Bowl or nothing, but last year when we were on Mike McCarthy for running all those underneath curl routes, those slant routes, 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, all these comeback routes back to the line of scrimmage, what that did, everybody, was put D-backs in position to help in the run game and linebackers flowing naturally to help with the run game. And that's why you saw a lot of teams only rushing 4. Okay, a lot of teams are only rushing 4 because there was nothing down the field. And when we did, we couldn't get the ball to them because of all the massive destruction up front with, again, I hate to use it, but our starters not being in the game. It was just a horrible scheme to help stop the run. All the routes were right in the middle of the field, just right over the line of scrimmage. Everything was crowded. What do you think George Pickens is going to do? You can say whatever you want about George Pickens. He's a baller. He's the number 1 receiver in the league. Number 1 with catches downfield. He's an 80-20 guy. It's not 50-50 ball with him. 80-20. What do you think is going to happen? He's going to take it deep, okay? He's going deep. What's that going to do game time? Well, the corners you can't double everybody. That's what George Pickens and CD, who were tight like brothers, said. What are you going to do? You can't double everybody. He is going to take it deep, all right? So if you choose to double George Pickens, Dak will throw it anyway if it, like in certain circumstances and timing, he'll throw it anyway, and George Pickens is going to win most of those battles. But at the very least, just in scheme alone, by going downfield, is going to push defenders and shade away from the middle of the field. Our run game, you can sit there and shit on our running backs all you want. All of a sudden, Jaden Blue stinks. He's not an every down back. Nobody said he was an every down back. But just in scheme alone, and the interior of our offensive line, the running game is going to feast this year, okay? It is. And here's the difference, people. Here's the difference to the non-thinking people. The difference is this. If you then allocate to stop the run, or if you stop the run even with 4, let's say there are good teams out there who could stop the run with 4. We got not 1, but 2 receivers who are used to double coverage, sometimes triple coverage, and CeeDee Lambs, okay? We're used to it, all right? So they are used to it. They're used to catching the ball in a contested environment. If you got to hope you stop the run, because that's really the only chance that a team is going to be able to keep this offense in check with the 2 outside guys. And you say, well, you're flexing. I'm just saying offensive points. Mark Holmes did say something. There was one thing that I heard him say in the Dan Sileo thing to Philly 500 is, sometimes if our defense isn't ready to go right out the bat with some of the injuries, and we have a lot of new moving pieces, like Drew likes to say, and he's right. I ain't arguing with Drew. He's right about that. Sometimes you just got to win on the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to win on the scoreboard. So, again, what does this mean? What does this mean is we have options, and we're not done. We are not done adding to this team. Jerry Jones has come out and said, well, you know, we're not in the market right now for a running back. Well, okay. Mark Hutchton, channel member, my brother, what's up, man? I'd love to see you in Vegas. I know you're probably not going to be able to with the farm and all, but that would be awesome if you could come and hang out. That would be. But big time supporter of the show, and I appreciate you, Mark. But, you know, we got the college coach of Deuce Vaughn. People laugh about Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn hasn't had a chance to run, really, in the NFL. Actually, Mark, if you look at the numbers, Deuce Vaughn, yards per carry, was really good last year. He just didn't get many attempts because we weren't very good running the football. I would like to see him in a rotation, actually over Miles Sanders. Me personally, I know, Mark, you're going to hate this. Jadon Blue, Javonte Williams, Hunter Lepke, Deuce Vaughn, and maybe Nick Chubb or somebody else. I mean, I think Sanders will be out, and I think there'll be an unnamed guy that I can't name right now. And we're going to be able to run the ball. But anyway, this video is getting long. It's going to take forever to upload. We'll get into it when I get home later, and we'll do a video just breaking down the intricacies of the schedule, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later.